Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tota Gopinath, very beautiful place. There are 3 altars. In between we have Gopinath. On the left side of Gopinath is Srimati Radharani. On the right side is Lalita Sakhi. It is described that Srimati Radharani and Lalita, they are golden complexion. But here they are blackish. And it is asked why they are blackish? Because they are in so much of deep, intense meditation on the black form of Krishna that their complexion has turned blackish. And then the first altar is Balram with his 2 consorts, Revati and Varuni. And the other altar that is there we have Radha Madan Mohan and Gaur Gadadhar deities. Now these deities were worshipped by Mamu Thakur. Now whatever you're thinking, that's correct. Yes. So he's talking about Mama. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would call this person as Mama because he was the nephew of Nilambar Chakravarti. And Nilambar Chakravarti is the grandfather of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he would call that person as Mamu Thakur. Therefore, all the devotees around, since Mahaprabhu used to call Mama, so all the devotees started calling him Mamu Thakur. And he started taking care of that place. And he had his own personal deities also of Radha Madan Mohan and Gaur Gadadhar. So that is the 3rd altar. So now the question comes, whose place is that? This is a very important question. So when Lord Chaitanya, when he took sannyas in Katwa, in the Navadvip Mandal, at that time, only few devotees were there who went to that sannyas ceremony. And only those few devotees, they came to this place, that is Jagannath Puri. Rest everyone, all the Grihastha devotees, they were not allowed to go with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They remained in Navadvip, and once in a year, they'll come for yatra here to this place in Jagannath Puri. So they would come for Rath Yatra. They would come before Rath Yatra, they would do Gundicha Marjan, Rath Yatra, and stay for Ulta Rath Yatra, and then they would go after that. So once in a year, they would come and go. But Gadadhar Pandit, one of the eternal associates of the Lord, he was not able to bear the separation from the Lord. He is a childhood friend of the Lord. And in Tattva, he is the internal potency of the Lord. So where is the question of staying away from the Lord? So he decided that wherever Lord goes, I'll go there. So he shifted permanently to this place, Jagannath Puri. He is the eternal companion. We are speaking about Gadadhar Pandit. And Gadadhar Pandit was given this place, Tota Gopinath. We will be going from here, just nearby, 2 minutes walk. That place was given to him. Now Gadadhar Pandit had so much of love for Srimad Bhagavatam, so much of taste for Srimad Bhagavatam, that he would go on and on reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. So Gadadhar Pandit would finish his morning program, and then in the afternoon time, he would sit with Bhagavatam and continuously keep reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. And his recitation was so amazing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come there to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. Now you can imagine the intensity of the Bhagavatam class. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would ask Gadadhar Pandit to recite 2 particular pastimes from Srimad Bhagavatam. 2 5-year-old kids who attained Krishna. Who are those? Dhruv Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. And it's described, Mahaprabhu made Gadadhar Pandit speak these two pastimes more than 100 times. And when this pastime was narrated, only thing both these entities, both these personalities would do was they would cry and cry and cry. And when they would cry, so that Bhagavatam that would be there, that would get wet. Because see, I told these are no ordinary tears. अपना कैसे कि एक ड्रॉप निकलता है, that's it. Yes. दूसरे के लिए और टाइम लगता है. It'll take time, maybe a week or so. But when it comes to them, they were crying profusely and the Bhagavatam was getting wet. Now just think about this one thing, that when it comes to us, when we hear a pastime, say in these 5 days, same pastime is told every day. Starting from, say we're discussing, we had this Prataprudra Maharaj pastime. So say all the speakers, they speak about this pastime, same, end to end, same thing, for all the 5 days. So first day, devotees are like, amazing, I got goosebumps and this and that. Next day, little goosebumps. Next day, no goosebumps. After that, go to sleep. After that, don't come for the class. वही कौन सुनेगा? But it is described, those people who have the taste to do Shravanam, hear about the glories of the Lord, they can hear it again and again and again and again and again. And they'll relish so much. The same Bhagavatam, same pastime, and they'll relish so much. In Kartik month, preachers have a great problem because the same pastime you have to speak. How Mother Yashoda bound Krishna to wooden grinding mortar. In the first time when the preacher is giving class, he'll speak, from Bhagavatam verse by verse, give commentaries, repeat commentaries of various different acharyas. And then next class, the commentaries will reduce. And next class, it will reduce. And finally, towards the end, Krishna stole butter, Mother Yashoda ran, caught him, bound, done. And 2 finger shot, maybe purport on that. That is endeavor and mercy. But look at this, Gadadhar Pandit and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are showing us by their own example that what it means to have taste in Srimad Bhagavatam. Same pastime, again and again and again. Same ecstasy. In fact, I should say increasing ecstasy when hearing the same pastime. So when we go today to that place, that's eternal pastime, by the way. All these pastimes that we're describing are eternal. It will be going on as well. So we can pray to Gadadhar Pandit, we can pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the treasure of a devotee is taste in Krishna consciousness. But somehow, since I'm a practicing devotee, I don't have that treasure. If you are so pleased by any of my insignificant service, please bless me. Please bless me with taste in chanting the holy names and Srimad Bhagavatam. If you pray intensely from the heart, you never know. They might give the gift of taste in the holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. So this was one of the pastimes that was taking place again and again. Now let's talk about the deities which are present there. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to that place and he was in so much of ecstasy. Before I tell about this, let me tell you about the pastime in Navadvip. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from Gaya, he had become a proper devotee. And there, all the time was searching for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Krishna kothai, Krishna kothai. And Sachi Mata would have tough time holding him. She was not understanding what's wrong. And neighbors would tell, Iska dimag ghum gaya. He has gone mad. And some other neighbor would say, he's been haunted by a ghost. And they would give different solution. Keep him dipped in the ghee, keep him dipped in the oil, etc., etc. But Sachi Mata was not convinced with this. She called Gadadhar Pandit. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying, Krishna kothai, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? Gadadhar Pandit said, why are you searching Krishna outside? Krishna is within everyone. And you know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started doing? With his nails, he started piercing his chest and he was trying to rip apart his chest. Like Hanuman did. He was trying to do that. And when Gadadhar Pandit saw that, he was going mad. Sachi Mata couldn't see, she ran away from that place. And she was hiding from behind and she was saying, what is my son going to do now? And at that time, Gadadhar Pandit pacified him nicely. Sachi Mata couldn't hear what they were speaking. But she could see Gadadhar has pacified him very nicely. In fact, Gadadhar Pandit was saying, don't worry, you will get Krishna very soon. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pacified and very peaceful. On that day, Sachi Mata told Gadadhar Pandit, never leave my son alone. Always be with him. So here in Tota Gopinath, when Mahaprabhu came one day, again Krishna kothai, Krishna kothai, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? And in that mood, now he's not ripping his chest, but he started digging the earth. He started digging the earth, removing the soil with a lot of intensity. And finally, at one point when he was digging the earth, at one point his hand, it touched something very solid. And he touched it properly, it was a crown-like structure. He called Gadadhar Pandit, Gadadhar, come. Here is something which is a very, very great treasure. Would you like to accept it? And Gadadhar Pandit, understanding that it is something related to Krishna, he said, yes, why not? And both of them together, they excavated the entire place, so they removed the mud around, and when they got something out, they understood it is none other than the beautiful form of Lord Sri Krishna. Now this form of Krishna, he was standing in threefold bending form, holding the flute. Very, very beautiful. When you go there, you'll be able to see. One of the very, very beautiful deity of the Lord. And then Mahaprabhu told Gadadhar Pandit, this deity has manifested for you. So you take sannyas. But your sannyas is not parivrajak sannyas where you can go around. No preaching. You be in this place and just take care of Gopinath. This is called as Kshetra sannyas. So Kshetra sannyasi will not leave the place. He has to be in the same Kshetra, same place and continue his worship. Every day, on and on and on, till his last breath. Now this was going on. So Kshetra sannyas was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Gadadhar Pandit. And Gadadhar Pandit every day with a lot of love and devotion, he was worshipping this beautiful deity of Tota Gopinath. Our Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat, he describes the beauty of Tota Gopinath. Please hear. Gopinath understood it's Krishna, but why are we saying Tota? When I came here in 2011, I was asking one devotee, why Tota? He said, no, it's not Tota, it's Chota. उसको पता नहीं था, बोले छोटा. Then later I understood it's Tota only. And in Oriya, Tota means garden. Even in Kannada for that matter, we call it as Tota only, garden. So Tota Gopinath. Gopinath who is there in a garden is Tota Gopinath. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this name. So Vrindavan Das Thakur very beautifully he sings. Gadadhara bhavane mohana Gopinatha achena Jena Nanda Kumar Sakshat. He says, Sakshat Nanda Kumar, Brajendra Nandan Shama Sundar Krishna. He has manifested as Gopinath, where? Gadadhara Bhavane, in the house of Gadadhar, or in the Kshetra of Gadadhar. And when it comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had so much of love for Krishna. He is Krishna himself in the mode of Srimati Radharani. He had so much of love manifesting that he would do something very, very wonderful with Tota Gopinath. Apane Chaitanya Tane Kariya na Kole Ati Pashandiyo Se Vigraha Dekhi Bhule. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whenever he would go to take darshan of Tota Gopinath, he would go and embrace the deity. That was the way in which the Lord Chaitanya would worship Tota Gopinath, by embracing him. And the beauty of Tota Gopinath is so great. Here it is said, Ati Pashandi. Even if a person is atheist, if he takes darshan of Gopinath, he'll forget everything of this world. That's the beauty of Gopinath. So in this way, various wonderful things are described. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he disappeared from this world after his 48 years of manifest pastimes in a very, very mysterious way. And no one knows how Lord disappeared. After the Lord disappeared, Gadadhar Pandit, He was just 1 or 2 years younger to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Mahaprabhu was 48, you can imagine he was 46 or 47. Now when Mahaprabhu disappeared, he was feeling so much of intense separation from the Lord that because of that intense pain of separation, his body started aging much before time. He became very thin, very weak. He was not able to stand up properly. He was not able to lift anything properly. And it was becoming very difficult for Gadadhar Pandit to do any seva. Because every day when Mahaprabhu was there, he was so enthusiastic. He would make garlands for Gopinath and he would offer. And Gopinath is huge. He would offer Gopinath's wonderful garland. He would put the crown. He would decorate with various different ornaments. But now he was feeling very difficult to hold the garland also. Forget about standing up and putting the garland across Gopinath. So one day he felt, what's the point? I'm not able to serve the Lordship properly. What's the point of just saying that I am the servant? Better I engage some other devotee in service of Gopinath. But I think Gopinath didn't like this idea. So Gopinath came in the dream of Gadadhar Pandit. And now there is a bargaining that is going on. So Gopinath is saying, Oh Gadadhar, why are you planning to engage someone else in my worship? I want you to worship me. And Gadadhar is saying, what's the point? I'm not able to worship you properly. I'm not able to stand up and put garland across you. I'm not able to decorate you with any ornaments. What's the point? And at that time, Gopinath said that tomorrow when you come in the altar, I'll become of that size by which you'll be able to serve me nicely. So Gopinath was standing in his very, very beautiful Tribhanga form, holding the flute in the hand. So next day when Gadadhar Pandit, he opened the altar, Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki! And when the altar opened, so at that time Gadadhar Pandit, he saw a very, very wonderful scene where Gopinath was standing, he sat the way all of you are sitting. And this is the only deity in the entire universe where Lord is sitting cross-legged playing the flute. So in this way we see that Gadadhar Pandit, looking at that wonderful form of the Lord, now he was also sitting, Gadadhar Pandit, Lord is also sitting, he was able to worship the Lord very nicely. So this is the deity whose darshan we are going to take now. Very, very glorious deity. And very, very beautiful. Talking about one more pastime of Tota Gopinath. In fact, many pastimes have taken place. How can we not talk about Nityananda Prabhu when we are speaking about Gauranga Mahaprabhu? See, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is manifesting such wonderful pastimes of Krishna Prem, why will Nityananda Prabhu remain behind? He is also manifesting wonderful pastimes. When Nityananda Prabhu came from Navadvip Dham to take darshan of Jagannath, every year Nityananda Prabhu would come. One year, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu that you stay in Bengal and preach. Don't come here next year. And then when all the devotees came next year from Bengal, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was meeting all of them and Nityananda Prabhu was also there. And Nityananda Prabhu came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chastising, I told you not to come. Again you are here. And our acharyas say, externally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was angry, but internally he was very pleased because his dear Nitai was there in front. Again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed him, don't come next year, be there and preach. And guess what Nitai did next year? He was there in front of Chaitanya. So Nityananda Prabhu, a very, very transcendental person, always filled with Krishna Prem. He had his own unique way of doing various pastimes. So when Nityananda Prabhu went to take darshan of Jagannath in the altar, he was taking darshan of Jagannath and he fainted there out of love for Jagannath. And also it is described, the same Nitai, with so much of ecstatic feeling, he came to Tota Gopinath to take darshan of Tota Gopinath. And along with him, since he came from West Bengal, at that time Bengal, he had got 30 kgs of fine white rice. And he gave it to Gadadhar and he said, I've got it for Gopinath. You cook and please offer. And Gadadhar Pandit, who is the internal potency of the Lord, non-different from Srimati Radharani, he went around, it's a tota, it's a garden. He picked up some wild spinach around he got some tamarind leaves and he cooked a wonderful feast. And now when this feast was cooked, when the Bhoga offering was going on to Tota Gopinath, at that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came running and he was chanting loudly with his arms raised. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. He entered chanting the holy names. Then he asked Gadadhar Pandit, "You're not inviting me for the feast? What's the problem?" And as soon as Gadadhar Pandit heard that Lord is so eager to honor the prasad, he became very, very happy. Nityananda Prabhu became very, very happy. And at that time, Gauranga is telling Gadadhar Pandit, whatever you have cooked, divide it into 3 parts, 30 kg rice. And all of us will sit together and have prasad. So Gauranga sat. On one side, Nityananda Prabhu is there. Other side, Gadadhar Pandit is there. And there is huge mountain of rice. There is spinach. There is some chutney or something made up of tamarind leaves. And various other preparations. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is honoring that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, "Oh, I have never tasted this wonderful thing. Oh, Gadadhar, looks like you're the eternal servant of Krishna. You might be cooking for Krishna in the spiritual world." In this way, he started glorifying, and there began a very nice, wonderful, intimate talk between these 3 personalities. Very nicely they had the prasad, the white rice, the sabji that was there, the chutney that was there. They relished it very nicely. And whatever remnants was there, after they left, all the devotees came and they started relishing the Maha Prasad of Gaur, Gadadhar and Nitai. So in this way we see that place is so powerful, so amazing, that all these wonderful pastimes have taken place. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always hankering to go to Vrindavan Dham. He would tell all the devotees that I want to go to Vrindavan, please give me permission. But no devotee was giving permission. But one fine year, Lord Chaitanya decided, and he told all the devotees, I am going to Vrindavan. And all devotees said, who can stop you, Lord? Haribol, go ahead. Yes. At that time, Lord Chaitanya started for Vrindavan Dham. He was walking, and behind him, Gadadhar Pandit was walking. Now you tell me, why Gadadhar Pandit cannot walk out of this place? Kshetra Sannyas. He cannot walk out of this place. But when he started walking, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became bewildered. And he said, Gadadhar, where are you going? And Gadadhar Pandit said, I am coming with you to Vrindavan. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, but you have taken Kshetra Sannyas? You have to be in Jagannath Puri? And Gadadhar Pandit, in a very, very intelligent way, we see both of them are scholars. Gadadhar Pandit, he quoted and he said that, oh Lord, wherever you are, that place is Jagannath Puri. So I'll come. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, see, if you come with me, what will happen is, everyone will blame me and put me at fault, saying Lord Chaitanya or Sri Krishna Chaitanya has spoiled the Kshetra Sannyas of Gadadhar Pandit. This is the blame that I will get. And then Gadadhar Pandit, he said, you go ahead, O Lord. I'll not come with you. I'll go alone. And anyways, I will tell people that I'm going to meet Sachi Mata. So you will not be at fault. All the blame I'll take on myself. Don't worry. And then Lord started walking. Before Lord, Gadadhar Pandit started walking. Now everyone, they reached Katak. So at that time, Lord Chaitanya, he held the hand of Gadadhar and pulled him and he said, what have you done? You have come out of Jagannath Puri. You have broken this vow of Kshetra Sannyas. What have you done, Gadadhar? What have you done? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with a very, very strong voice, he said, you are going back now. Jagannath Puri. You're going back now. And now you're not going to speak anything. And this is what is my instruction. And he made a very nice point. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, see, if you come with me, this will be for your sense gratification. But if you really want to please me, go back to Jagannath Puri. But Gadadhar Pandit was no ways in favor of this particular argument. But at that time, since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told very strongly, and almost it was like taking a promise from Gadadhar Pandit had to stand there, and in front of his eyes, Lord Chaitanya, he got onto the boat, and the boat started. And Gadadhar Pandit, looking at that scene, he fainted. Now, for us, it doesn't matter. Bhagwan kahan hai, Guru kahan hai, it doesn't matter for us. We are okay with the photo. We are okay with the deity. And some people say also, why are you feeling Vipralambha? Chant the holy names. Sambhoga will happen. You'll be able to meet the Lord. But these personalities, they had so much of love for the Lord, they were not able to live without the Lord. They were not able to. In fact, it is described when Lord took sannyas, it was almost like everyone's life coming out of the body. That was the situation of all the devotees in Navadvip. And similarly here, when Lord Chaitanya was leaving Gadadhar Pandit, it was almost like the life going out of Gadadhar Pandit's body. And he fainted. And at that time, Sarvam Bhattacharya was there around, and he came. And he said, Gadadhar, get up, get up. What to do? Our Lord's pastimes are like this. Get up, get up. And he quoted different pastimes of Bhishma Dev, and he pacified Gadadhar, and he took Gadadhar back to Jagannath Puri. And Gadadhar Pandit, all his life, he lived in that area of Tota Gopinath. He served Tota Gopinath, and he also disappeared from this world. So that place is a very, very intense place. After the first generation of devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shad Goswamis, the second generation of devotees were a trio. You know the trio, the transcendental trio, the transcendental book distributors? Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, Shyamanand Pandit. These three were the first book distributors of our Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. So Srinivas Acharya, he got to know that Lord has disappeared. He was feeling a lot of pain. He was feeling a lot of separation from the Lord. Lord himself appeared in the dream and told Srinivas Acharya that don't feel so much of separation. You go to Gadadhar Pandit and from him you learn Srimad Bhagavatam. All the way he walked to Tota Gopinath. And there he requested Gadadhar Pandit that please teach me Srimad Bhagavatam. I want to learn under you. So at that time, Gadadhar Pandit, he was having a Bhagavatam. He opened the Bhagavatam and he showed. See, whenever I open Bhagavatam, profusely tears come out of my eyes. And because of that, all this is wet. And see, the letters are not visible properly. I would have taught you Bhagavatam. I have no problem. I request you, get a Bhagavatam copy. Now at that time, they had no online and all that, no? You order and next day it will come or something like that. And can you imagine at that time, there was no printing press. Literally, devotees were copying. From one book to another, they were copying. So Srinivas Acharya, he had to go miles away to get a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam. For us, there is no problem. Bhadra Purnima and then Bhagavatam sets is just going. Forcefully, devotees are catching others and then giving a Bhagavatam set. But here, look at the situation here. There was no Bhagavatam. He had to literally go very far. And after few months, when he came back with a new copy of Bhagavatam, and he was very happy, he wanted to show it to Gadadhar Pandit. And when he came to Tota Gopinath, he realized even Gadadhar Pandit has disappeared. Now all of us sitting here, for us, it might be not that relatable. What does it mean? But those devotees who were living on this planet at the time when these great personalities or the Lord himself was performing pastimes, and when they understood that Lord has just left, it was just few months, I could have got darshan of the Lord. He has just left. They are not able to bear the pain. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur, he writes the beautiful song, Jayanilo Premadhana Karuna Pracho Heno Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur. They're begging, they don't know what to do. They're crying and crying. They're going and banging their head on the walls. They're trying to jump in the fire. That pain of separation was so intense, so intense. Now you can imagine Srinivas Acharya's situation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has already left. One last chance that he had was to associate with Gadadhar Pandit and get wonderful association of Gadadhar Pandit. That also went away. Now he had no option. And when he understood in Vrindavan, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, etc., they are also leaving one after another. His situation was really bad. But finally, one personality gave him shelter in Vrindavan, and his name was Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Under their guidance, Srinivas Acharya continued his sadhana, his bhajan. And that's how we see these three trio, they were sustained under this personality, Jiva Goswami. So in this way, in our parampara, we see that these great personalities, they appeared, they did wonderful pastimes, and they left. And the later personalities who came, they made all these different personalities, the transcendental personalities left this world, they made them very, very accessible to us by giving us books. All the acharyas in our parampara, the Shat Goswamis wrote everything in Sanskrit. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Saraswati Thakur, they wrote everything in Bengali. And unfortunately, we had no access to all this. No access to all this. In fact, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wanted that if anyone wants to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita, they should learn Bengali. And literally people were learning Bengali to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita. But A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and the founder of our devotional life, who personally came and picked us from the gutter in which we were swimming and enjoying, he was that personality who gave these transcendental Bhaktivedanta purports, the translation of those Sanskrit verses and Bengali verses, and he made all these personalities accessible to us. If today we are able to understand about these personalities, if today we have come together and hearing about these personalities and eager to go and witness or take darshan of these deities, it's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, because he has given the treasure of Krishna consciousness in his Bhaktivedanta purports in all his different books that he has given us. In one of the lectures, Srila Prabhupada was saying, my Guru Maharaj said that anyone who wants to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita should learn Bengali. Therefore, I am retaining the Bengali verses also in my books. But he gave English translation as well. That's the mercy of the Acharya. Therefore, when we go to all these places, we can beg and pray that I don't have any taste to read all these different scriptures which are given to me. Please bless me so that I become a chaste, obedient, loyal servant of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and serve in his mission. And how to serve in his mission? Firstly, to become Krishna conscious very nicely by studying his books and hearing his lectures. And second, with that Krishna consciousness in the heart, going around and distributing the same. And distribute it to so many people that year after year, the number of devotees who come to Dham should increase. And they all should be able to see the divine form of Tota Gopinath, who was standing and he just sat to receive the worship of Gadadhar Pandit. So that's the responsibility that we have. Now we are getting privilege to sit and hear and to go around and dance and see these wonderful places. With privilege comes responsibility. And when we go back, this is the responsibility that we have on our shoulders. So let's pray in all these different places for empowerment and taste and Krishna consciousness. And let's pray that we become a very nice instrument in the hands of Guru and Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Tota Gopinath ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.